Buyers are now spending upwards of 3, 4, 5 million on a brand new luxury home, and yet many of these homes don't feel particularly luxurious, not because they're lacking size, expensive finishes or dramatic features, but because the builders keep making the same fundamental mistakes when it comes to what buyers actually want. So on today's episode of Homes Explained, we're talking about what builders need to stop doing in modern luxury homes and what buyers would rather see instead. One of the biggest mistakes builders make in modern luxury is assuming that bigger automatically means better. So you end up with enormous living rooms, oversized double height spaces, and giant open areas that may look impressive initially, but don't feel very comfortable to actually live in. The problem is oversized rooms are often harder to furnish well. Furniture floats awkwardly, conversations feel very spread apart, the acoustics are terrible, and the home can start to feel more like a hotel lobby than somewhere relaxing and luxurious to live. At the same time, many of the secondary spaces end up feeling compromised. The bedrooms are tight, the office could be larger, and many of the functional areas feel surprisingly underwhelming. A lot of the rooms that the homeowners actually use on a daily basis end up feeling like an afterthought. What most buyers want is balance, main spaces that feel generous without being cavernous, alongside offices, bedrooms, and everyday spaces that also feel substantial and thoughtfully proportioned. Luxury shouldn't be about creating one or two show-stopping rooms at the expense of the rest of the house. It's about putting size where it actually improves how the home feels as well as functions. Next up is a fairly recent social media fueled phenomenon that has had a huge impact on modern luxury homes, where builders and designers are increasingly creating homes focused on their own branding and portfolio. So more and more it feels like luxury homes are being designed to produce the perfect scroll-stopping image. So you end up with homes full of spectacle, wine walls, a tree planted in a conversation pit, which I've actually seen, or I don't think I'd believe it, glass offices floating in the middle of open plan rooms, oversized bars in the living room, everything trying to be the moment. And it can start to feel like builders and designers are competing with each other to create something no one has ever seen before. But real comfort and luxury don't come from constant novelty. Most buyers aren't looking for their home to feel like a boutique hotel lobby or a social media backdrop. They want warmth, elegance, calmness, and spaces that still feel good years after the trend has passed. The best luxury homes tend to age gracefully because they rely less on spectacle and more on timeless materials, good proportions, layered lighting, thoughtful millwork, and spaces that feel emotionally comfortable to be in. Another issue in modern luxury homes is that everything feels unfinished. Entire homes are left bright white as if the builder is handing over a blank canvas. And at a lower price point, that may make some sense, but when people are spending several $1 million on a new home, most buyers don't want to then have to spend more money hiring an interior designer to make the house complete and actually finish the job. The reality is most people are not great at decorating. They struggle to pull spaces together, introduce colour properly, layer materials, or create an atmosphere in any cohesive way. So when every room has been left stark builder white, the home can end up feeling very sterile. What luxury home buyers really want are homes with identity, variation, and character, where they aren't responsible for adding all of that. Maybe one room has wallpaper and darker cabinetry, another has beautiful millwork and a statement chandelier. An office might feel moodier and more intimate, while a breakfast room feels lighter and brighter. At this price point, buyers shouldn't feel like they're moving into a partially finished concept, which still needs another huge investment to complete. And the final gripe I have with many modern luxury homes is that they've become so large and complicated that the exterior starts to lose any real sense of composition. So roof lines go in every direction, the windows stop aligning, and the house just seems harder and harder to visually make sense of. Now, a home doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical to be beautiful, but it does need to feel balanced. Your eye needs to understand where to look and how the different parts of the house relate to each other. And when that balance is missing, even a very expensive home can start to feel awkward, chaotic, or just visually heavy. Buyers spending millions on a home want more than just square footage. They want incredible curb appeal, a home that's commanding and beautiful rather than just large. The best luxury homes don't just impress because they're big. They just feel visually clear and immediately appealing, and that's often what creates that sense of instant beauty that people respond to. At the end of the day, most luxury buyers aren't looking for a home that simply feels bigger, louder, or more attention-seeking. They want a home that feels comfortable, beautiful, intentional, and complete. And a lot of what creates that feeling has very little to do with adding more. In most cases, the best luxury homes are the ones showing the most restraint. Better proportions, more thoughtful materials, and timeless design. Because true luxury is rarely about overwhelming people. It's about creating a home that feels calm, confident, and easy to live in years after the trends and novelty wears off. Now, all we need is the builders to realise that this is what buyers actually want. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe. It really helps me out. And I'll see you here next week for more Homes Explained.